Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to 2 Point Museum 2.0. The first major update for 2 Point Museum is here. It is free. You can go and grab yourselves an update there on Steam. First of all, there are a pile of new wall and floor choices, lots of generic stuff, great for the spooky museum and just in general, just not so quite as garish as the ones that are already in the game. They've also added lots of new staff room items, 14 new traits and a desk that you can place down in staff rooms. So we're going to be going back to our staff rooms and making sure they look beautiful. There's some new camera options to go alongside a pretty big overhaul of the security and thievery system. So there's a 360 camera that you can just plonk down and will slowly turn around. And there is the outdoor cameras that were already in the game. You can now place those indoors. They've just sort of changed how they work a little bit. There's lots of changes regarding training and locations. You can now go and click on an item and see where you got it from, which is nice. And if you want to do a sandbox mode, you can go and do any of the little pop-up locations now as well. Here we go. Then big security changes. The security round one there, look, it spins around, and then the indoor one as well. Some nice options for big, larger rooms that you can't really get walls to. Here you can see this is a times 2 speed of somebody stealing something. Takes a lot longer than it used to, giving your security guards who are on patrol a much better chance of finding them. And then once they find them, they continue to sneak away rather than just bolt through the door. Again, just giving you an extra chance to find them, because even with cameras and security and everything, it can still be a little tricky to get hold of them. We're going to go into our sandbox just briefly, just to take a look at a couple of these changes. I'm going to start off with a look at the staff room then. So I don't really want to make the staff room much bigger. I wonder if, actually, thinking about it, could we... Let me see if I can do this. Edit room. I don't know. Would it let me do staff room into that? No, it won't. Okay, new location available. Headies College. Oh, that's good. That's a bit of a spoiler as to what's going to happen in a moment in this episode. This one's kind of all over the place today, all right? So bear with me. Okay. Let's... how can we make this a little bit bigger? I mean, I suppose this room is like offensively large. So let's edit this one down. Can we? And then just sort of bring all this to a more suitable size. Doesn't let me put you on a wall if I haven't made the wall yet. Well, I mean, that kind of makes sense, but everything else we should be able to just bring down to here. And then say go. Whatever that invalid item was, I wasn't really paying attention. There we go. And then let's put back in the one item we took off the wall, which I think was that. Nice. Okay, now we can come into here. Make it a whole chunk bigger. And again, it sold some edge items there. I don't know what they were. All right, so we'll bring the snacky wall up to here. Actually, there's trash there. Do we not have a trash bin in here? We really should have, shouldn't we? Let's come in and add some items to it. So let's find a nice regular trash bin is fine. There we go. Oh, actually got rid of the trash as well. How good is that? So there are new items. Where are they? Let's see. Oh, here we are. We have to unlock them with kudos. That's fine. We have a microwave and a staff desk. Okay. So first of all, we'll move this over to the corner and we'll actually take it that way, I think. We'll bring the couch this way and have the seats over here. You are not reachable. Okay, how about if we bring you out this way a little? There we go. And also these, I wonder if maybe a more interesting colour on them would be good. And let's do a spotty red. No, wait. Yeah, spotty. Is that actually changing? No. Oh, it is. That's okay. Okay, so we'll get rid of these. And I always quite like, I don't know, you go to the staff rooms, depending on where you've worked, and the furniture's all mishmashed and it's from years of handing me down stuff, you know? I like that. Okay, so desk. I mean, I guess that just goes there. Does it actually do anything? It does increase XP. That's awesome, actually. And then the microwave really kind of needs to be over here by the coffee. So let's move the trash to by the desk. And then let's see if we can get a microwave in here by the coffee machine. I bet we can with a bit of a fiddle. There we go. That should go in there nicely now. There we go. And it kind of... They don't quite look right if they're joined together, do they? So we'll separate them a little. Oh, it's hard when you're... There we go. Beautiful. We now have a microwave in there. Cool. Alright, just a slight change, but I'm happy enough with it. Let's say we're done there. Cool. So that's the new stuff there. There is new walls and floors. One of the ones it says is there's new cold walls and floors. And as much as I do like the sort of icy stuff here, I think leaning into the coldness is actually a really good idea. So let's have a look at that. It's going to be here. Wallpapers. I'm guessing we're going to have to unlock these. Oh my goodness, there's loads of them. Well, let's for now just find the snowy one. Very big fan of these. Snowed out, snowed in. Oh, I like it. Okay, so let's open both of these. There's also a wild ice wallpaper. Oh, these are going to be great. Okay. So, let's see. What's this if we do the whole thing? They are like boards and stuff. So then every now and again do we come in and just add one of them to change that up? Oh, I like that. Cool. Okay, so let's do that then. Let's fill the space with the snowy stuff. Like I say, I do quite like the blue cave wall, but I'm all down for using new stuff, you know. Oops, someone wants to do. I actually want to just copy the wallpaper from there. Where can I grab that bit of wallpaper from? It's not the. I don't want the window. I want the wallpaper. I'm assuming it's probably the same as that one over there. Just so we can. Oh, actually, no, it's not. We want that wallpaper. There we go. There we are. Perfect. And now we can come to our out and just place this every now and again. Oh yeah, that looks cool. Very good. Nice. And I'm assuming that there is a snowy ground we can unlock as well. Let's have a look. Here they all are. Snow floor. I mean, it's literally just snow. Oops. That's fine. It's actually where we kind of want it. So now let's go to our snow floor and click fill. And now I really love the icy floor. But what I'm thinking is the non-walking-y bits becomes snow, and then the icy floor becomes the bit that they walk on. And that looks a lot more interesting to me. Yeah, I like that a lot. The other ones we'll play around with as we build rooms in other places. Let's have a look at the cameras then. New cameras. What's that going to be under here? Security has now been broken off into a category. That's fantastic. So the security camera posts. So yeah, we really don't have much in the way of cameras around here, do we? So let's do this. A lot of these have got pretty good coverage, to be honest. So we probably are okay with the wall ones, just because we've been upgrading our bench so much. You know, the security bench. Vandal and the axe. That's exactly what I want to hear. So here might be a good spot for one of these round ones that just kind of covers these three, or are we better off just doing something like this? Maybe we're just better off doing something like that. We need to sort this out as well. Like, I don't really mind those in the middle of the pillars there. Let's have a look. Where else is currently not very well manned? As good as those rotating ones are, I don't really feel like here's the right spot for them, honestly. because we've kind of built this as like more of a long, thin spot, you know? Yeah, I actually think we've got pretty good coverage. Maybe just a couple of these as well. There we go. Just really make sure we've got high coverage there. This looks pretty good. Although a second one going the other way probably wouldn't do much harm. And then out here, we actually have really quite poor coverage. Can these go on exterior walls yet? No. So actually, this is where these ones may well come in handy. Even though we have coverage there and there. No, actually, I think these outdoor ones for now are fine. But that's good as well. And hopefully, just as we play, we'll notice less of an issue with security. All right, I think everything else we'll just kind of see as we play, so that's exciting. We need 4 more stars across. So, here we now move on to the proper episode, kind of. I actually played through the Space Museum. I asked you to vote on Space or Science. Space won by 1 vote. We went into the Space Museum, did a whole episode that would have been coming out today. It turns out the updates come, so it's okay. We've been able to tag this onto it. Unfortunately, my audio didn't work, as in my microphone didn't work. It came out really robotic sounding. So, I kind of lost that episode, but I don't just want to lose the progress and not share it with you. So instead, we'll do a quick time lapse while we talk about how we're going to be wrapping up this series. Alright, so this is going to be like super quick 5-minute footage of what was actually about 2 hours worth of gameplay. Not only did my audio mess up and sound all robotic, it like squished it down, so I couldn't even like line up and just pull the clips out from when I'm playing. So one thing you might even notice on this is that there's a few areas, like here for instance, where the camera just sort of sits there. And that's honestly because, for the most part, a lot of the stuff I'm doing in these levels now is just kind of sending them out and getting the stuff we need. And it's why, in part, the series is going to be coming to an end. Also because we're nearly finished. The game seems to just go on forever. There's a star system and a class system, and they just seem to go up and up and up. But I've been told by many reputable sources that 5 stars is kind of where the narrative ends. And I feel like I've seen enough of the game, for now at least, to be able to sort of finish up and go and have a look at something else, and then maybe come back to this with a DLC that I'm sure are coming in the future. So here, the star rating, we had to get a good tour for the Frogborn, which was easy enough to do. We just had to get a good couple of items down. You'll see that happen there. And then we had to go and find the next anomaly. And the way to do that was to open 2 new areas on the map, one of which I can't remember exactly what it needed, but it wasn't too bad. It was just get so many people in the place, get 20 Frogborn in the place or something like that. But then the other one was have 5 Frogborn have a perfect visit, and their perfect visits, pretty much exclusively Frogborn's perfect village, was see 5 pristine items. So it just meant I had to go back and re-find items with better surveys, scanning, better staffing, detailed, and all that, until we just got pristine items. So it was a lot of just sort of going back and forth, occasionally curing an illness, occasionally curing a curse, and just keeping the place on sort of just ticking over, really. This one especially, like, just runs well. Like, we get a lot of people leaving with 4 and 5 star reviews. We have a little bit of a problem with thievery still, which I'm hoping the update that come out today will help. But for the most part, it's a lot of this where I'm just kind of standing and just letting stuff go out and come back again. So we did do a couple of other fun things. We made the security room look a little nicer. We did a little bit of tweaks to the layout of other rooms like this one. We got some new items like this flies cream, that one's called. It's like a fly flavored ice cream machine for the Frogborn, and eventually we got there. But yes, I do feel like I'm starting to really want to sort of wrap up with this now and go and have a look at some of the other stuff that's come out over the last few weeks. So here's what's going to happen. This has got me to 4 stars on this museum. There's one more museum we have to get to 4 stars, which is our science museum, and that's going to be the next episode of this series, either tomorrow or Friday if you're watching this at time of recording. And then Saturday, we're going to have an all-day, or as long as it takes at least, live stream where we go and get 5 stars on every museum and finish the whole game, or at least the narrative part of the game, in one go. I feel like I've already seen some sandbox stuff because we've been building our Memento Mile basically as a sandbox museum. I feel like I've seen the majority of what I need to see in the game to really feel like I'm done with it. I've now put more hours into this than I ever did with 2 Point Hospital. So, yeah, for the most part, I'm really happy with the game. I've very much enjoyed it. I do think it's the strongest game in the 2 Point series. But also, you know, there's other stuff, and I kind of want to wrap this up. Now, the reason I'm making such a thing about this is because I do have people in the comments often say to me, oh, you never finished playing this and you never finished playing that. I did. I just kind of got done with them. And, you know, you do that. You play a game and so you're done with it and then you go and play something else. But there is something, I do understand there is something to be said about YouTubers having a sort of a delegation almost to like finish up what people could become invested in. So my sort of very late New Year's resolution for 2025, especially now I'm going to try and get back into videos now that work has started to settle down a little bit. My main resolution is going to be to actually finish what I start, especially with these smaller series that, you know, not the Planet Coaster 2 creative series is basically what I'm talking about. The regular sort of Let's Play stuff, I do have a habit of letting them sort of trickle off as I start to get a bit bored. So I'm going to do everything in my power to start finishing them up. With that being said, there is also a new Foundation video coming to finish off that series because we never quite finished the castle on that. And yes, this Saturday, if you're watching this as the video comes out, there will be a live stream where we go and get 5 stars in every single one of these museums, and then for the time being at least until we get some sort of DLC, that will be our time done with 2 Point Hospital. What and a load of fun we've had with it. So there we go, there's our 4 stars. We got some nice stuff and a little video that I will leave you with. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Till the next one, be good.
How many advanced civilizations does it take to solve a galactic mystery? 4 and counting, according to research at the county's Space Museum, as another alien civilization joins the efforts to understand the astral anomalies, completing the quadrant of cosmic confusion. The ever-growing assembly still has lots of questions and plenty of languages to ask them in.